Were you recording?
Yes, I've been recording for the past minute.
Alright, wait, hold on.
No, just start.
Oh,
Let him do it.
it's a bird. It's a plane. It's a train. No, it's Superman.
Yo.
Look at the Indiana Jones fucking theme.
No.
So this is yet another episode of the podcast, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us. But yeah, I'm Marvel. I'm excited to have y'all. I want to have you guys introduce yourselves. So go on ahead. Anybody?
Jeremy reporting for duty.
Jeremy,
How's
go
everybody doing today? It's been a pretty crazy week. Eric, Brandon, Marco, how are you guys doing today?
Brandon, how you doing, bro?
Well, doing pretty good, bro. I just got to see some pretty funny shit Jeremy just did.
Did you see my
yeah.
Superman fly? That should be in the
Yeah,
video.
bro. Those fucking Superman, if he lost his powers, but
Yeah.
it's all good.
Hey, bro.
So yeah, guys, what's going on? This is the Cul-Ture-Sac, signing in again. We're gonna be discussing a few things. I know Eric's very excited about certain news.
You've been at it already.
I just think I think it's gonna be a pretty interesting topic this week. Right, Eric?
Yeah, you know what? I was having a good week, and then we started talking about topics for the podcast, and ever since yesterday, I've been in a really shitty mood.
Why is that, Eric?
Why is that?
Your favorite
Because-
superhero got casted finally. Like, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, Eric, how do you feel about that? Do you
The
feel good
GOAT.
about
That's
it?
the GOAT right there.
I personally feel great. I can't wait to see this new Superman movie that's coming out.
Yeah,
It
I've
means
been
both.
more.
Yeah, I'm excited. Aren't you?
I've,
I'm excited too.
Yeah.
I've been more excited for adult film castings than I am for this. So.
For what film?
For adult film casting.
So the actor, his name is David Corenswet. He's been casted as Superman. He is your new Superman for the next probably decade.
Yeah.
Yeah, alongside Rachel Brosnahan. Yeah. I'm sorry. She's been casted as Lois Lane. This David guy, he's kind of an unknown. This might have been the first time I've heard of him.
I feel like his first big casting.
Rachel, she's done a couple things. She's been in the Miss Marvel, like in like a really popular HBO show that won a bunch of Emmys. I don't want to mispronounce the name, but like she apparently did really well in that. She's a lot more well known than
David.
Yeah, than David is.
David.
Right, but in terms of look, because that's all we can really go off on. They looked the part. I'm excited to see where this goes. One thing I did see a clip on Twitter of this guy David acting like it's a very small clip, basically kind of showcasing like how he could pull off like a Clark Kent type of character, and I'll be honest, I was actually like that got me really hyped. He does feel like a Clark Kent, which is something you need in like a Superman movie, obviously, because you can't just do the Superman thing, you gotta do the Clark Kent as well. Same thing with Batman, you can't just pull off the intimidating, guy. You have to.
Batman. You need to bleed Bruce Wayne also.
You have to, yeah. So like, to see this guy, like he looks the part definitely, and he did comment. I remember like a few years ago, that he did like the Zack Snyder interpretation, the dark and grittier version of Superman, but he did want like a happy and hopeful version of Superman. Yeah. So if his comments are anything to go by, this is probably the type of Superman we're gonna be getting for sure. Obviously, I mean, we're getting James Gunn on the helm, so we're talking about a guy who really hasn't been in much, so it's very hard to really get a grasp on what like this guy can actually do.
He's just so young in like the industry too. Like he's only 29 years old, so we have to take that in consideration. This is probably his biggest opportunity for him. This is like in his career, in his early career, because he when I looked at him, I think he definitely has the face for Superman. He definitely has the build. I would say in terms of his height, 6'4", pretty good size. maybe a little bit of muscle. That's my only complaint
He
about
needs to
him.
bulk up. He needs to
Is
bulk up.
Yeah.
definitely needs to bulk up. I want to say like 20 pounds maybe, but 20, 30 pounds maybe, but like lean muscle. But I think he definitely fits this role. It's perfect for him. And he has something to prove in my personal opinion. This is a very important role.
All right, Brandon.
So same thing, like how Marco said and how Jeremy said. I think he has a solid face for Superman. He obviously has the structure for it, like height wise. But this is a film by a very very major film people like production. We have Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is not just like some random ass like fan like homemade like thing. It's Warner Brothers, right? So obviously, I have no doubt that they're gonna mess up the whole like build on Superman, because I mean look at how Henry Cavill looked in Immortals. He was about maybe the same structure. He was more built than him for sure, but he was pretty lean too. And I mean he bulked up for Superman for Man of Steel pretty well. Everybody was talking about his chest for like the longest time. For sure, I don't have any doubt in James Gunn and like his vision that he's gonna be doing. I also don't have any doubt in this guy is like I'm very hopeful for this guy. You Lois Lane. How do you pronounce her last name? Rachel Mc what?
Brosnahan,
Brosnahan.
something like that.
All right, Brosnahan for sure. Nah, but for sure, I don't have any like doubt for this film coming up. It looks really good. He looks a lot like Henry Cavill, like a younger Henry Cavill. I don't know if anybody's noticed it. I like looked at him and I was like, he looks very similar to Henry Cavill, which in a way is kind of like a slap in the face to Henry Cavill, because he's
No.
Henry Cavill's a really nice guy, bro. He's
Uh,
really pretty well like oriented with like projects outside like from like whatever they give him. I just think they gave him like the bad end of the stick. You know what I mean? But I do have hopeful doubts for this movie. Nothing bad. I just know he's gonna do pretty good. I have a feeling. Eric, I know you want to discuss Superman since it's your favorite
We have to
superhero.
save the best for last.
Of course.
if a plane was burning down and Superman lost all his powers and I could only save one person, I would save my father more than I would save Superman.
For context, you want to give them context behind this, or
I think they could put that together.
where's your
But
father at? Is he in the store?
he's in Planet Krypton.
Bro,
But,
he's been at Walmart for like I don't know how many years, bro. That's a big
Yeah.
ass Walmart.
No. I mean, look. All jokes aside, bro. The reason that I hate Superman has to do with a lot of things. I feel like he's as bland as the cafeteria and IKEA. There's no flavor in him at
I think
all.
he called it pretty good.
The only time that he has flavor is when his girl gets taken from him.
By who?
And when his girl gets taken from him.
By who?
I mean, she's been taken from him a couple times, bro. She's been all over Metropolis. I can't lie.
Imagine somebody from Gotham even came by and swooped up and took her too.
I really love
Yeah.
the situation that I love the situation that we're in right now because he hates Superman so much. However, he needs this movie to succeed. He really
Yeah.
desperately needs this movie. Like if he wants the
Eric's
DC universe,
expectations are like
if he wants the DC universe to thrive, he needs this movie to succeed. He needs people like watching this movie and loving it. And I don't know if that makes him
Yeah.
angry or
Yeah, I mean, I
I
used to
think
have
this movie's gonna be
arguments.
better than the Flash. I'm gonna keep it on buck with you too.
I mean,
think it has
that's
potential.
that's a different circumstance, though. I feel like the Flash. There's so much. There's
No,
so
no,
many.
I think the Superman movie's gonna be better.
I
sure.
do too. I do too, but I don't. I think there's so many hurdles that came with the Flash that you have to get over. That's already in the past. We're already focused on the future.
I don't know about that, man.
What are you talking about? That movie had almost 10 directors listed to it. That movie was
Yeah,
announced.
but
we were
Superman's
still-
better than the Flash.
Jeremy, I just said that Superman is gonna have a better movie than the Flash.
Oh, you didn't? Okay,
Oh, I
perfect.
thought you were talking
Then we're
about
in agreement
character.
then.
Oh, okay.
No,
No, like character,
no, man.
everything. He's
No, he's not a
superior.
better character. He's not a better character than the Flash at all. At all.
No. Can he fly? No, right?
Anyways, what I'm trying to get to is the fact that I've always had a hard time connecting with Superman for multiple reasons. The
Okay.
guy, his whole life is focused on getting the punani, if you know what I mean. That's all he cares about,
Mm.
the bumbleclap.
Mm.
But and on top of that, the other thing that bothers me about Superman is the fact that he just does good just to do good. There's no underlying reason to it. You know what I mean?
Does it need to be
Uh,
an underlying reason, Eric?
yeah, because I'll be honest with you, part of the reason why I love certain superheroes is because they're just
Right.
not going to save the day just because it's a part of their job. I mean, let's be honest. Part of the reason why The Boys was such a successful series was because it's a realistic, interpret like it's a realistic take on what superheroes would really be like in the real world. No one's gonna save anybody for free.
Okay.
I'd rather fly my happy ass to Cabo than save 10 kittens from a burning building. But I'm the bad guy here.
Yeah, but it's all about what you do, like in your heart.
Shut
Like,
up.
what do you think?
This is my
What do you
time to
think is
talk. I
right?
don't care what you got to say right
I'm
now.
just giving you my personal opinion, Eric. If you don't
It's
want
a
to
good,
save kittens, that's fine, but you shouldn't be selfish.
well, it's a good thing I didn't ask for your personal opinion because if I did,
It's not
everybody
my
would.
opinion. I'm just shouting it out to the podcast. I'm just so everybody can listen.
You know who's their favorite Superman character of all time?
Who?
Who's the
There.
what?
Huh?
Eric loves Lex Luthor, just for the sole reason because
Oh.
Lex Luthor killed Superman.
I have never met anybody hate someone the way Lex Luthor hates Superman.
You.
That's definitely you.
I remember one time, but look, I want to get back to this seriously.
Yeah, for sure.
For me, David Cornsweet, I feel like we're too focused on the physical aspect of this whole casting. There's so many actors that have been casted as superheroes that weren't bulky or weren't fit before they were casted. I mean, look at Robert Pattinson. I remember that was a big issue with him casted as Batman, and he killed that character. He fit it flawlessly. He put on one of the greatest performances of all time. I mean, Christian Bale wasn't even that muscular when he played Batman, but that's someone else that I love his acting skills, but I don't think he was. I think he was as good as a
Yo,
Batman as Val Kilmer.
this man is wild.
Yeah, I said it.
You are wild, bro.
Batman. I'm sorry, Batman. Christian Bale's Batman is not believable. They could beat my ass.
Bro, I'm telling you, and I've already discussed this with you off the podcast, Eric. If they gave him a better towel, so if you
It has
see,
nothing to do with his face. It has to do with how he fights. The guy weighs like 195 with his shirt wet, bro.
bro, he's 200 something, and Batman
I
Begins
wait. I
25.
wait. All right, I'll wait 245. I'll put him through a table like if I was Bubba Ray Dudley, bro. All I can say is this. I'm really excited for this movie because what Marco said is true. I sadly need this movie to work out so the ecosystem of Warner Brothers could be at a healthy pace where we can continue to get these movies released.
Yeah.
I really love the fact that someone like James Gunn is going to bring a refreshing take to Superman on the big screen. I feel like this is going to be the most likable version of Superman. I know Henry Cavill played a good Superman, but that's the thing. I think David Cornsweet just looks like Superman. I don't think he looks. I can see why people say he looks like Henry Cavill, but part of the reason why Henry Cavill got casted as Superman is because he looks like Superman. And I don't know. For me, another thing too was it was really hard to connect with his take of Superman as well. So that's the biggest challenge with those movies, right? The biggest challenge with those movies is Superman is already a character that sometimes could be difficult to feel some sort of emotion towards. You know what I mean? And then when you have an actor that doesn't put the best twist on it, it's a little harder. Um, I think for me, another thing is I don't know. When it comes to this whole DCU thing, I feel like we're gonna get a lot of twists and turns and surprises. It already looks like they're already trying to find who they could cast as Lex Luthor. So I think it's pretty dope. We're gonna start off with Lex Luthor fresh off the bat.
Again, I hopefully we get another super.
No. I agree. I don't want him to be the core antagonist, but I
Right.
would like for him to be like Loomy.
I feel
How many
you.
times have we've seen Lex Luthor too much? You know.
The
Um,
problem is that we've seen him as the main villain, and I don't want to see him as the main
Yeah.
villain. I want to see him like as a side character. Let somebody else have
yeah,
the spotlight. I'm tired of it
and
just
then build them
being.
up.
Yeah, I'm tired of it being Luther and Zod, Luther and Zod. I'm tired of that. That's part of the
Yeah,
reason
I
why a lot
don't.
of the movies have been so boring.
Give
I
us
mean, it's a
Bizarro.
couple. It's a couple things too. It's Luther, it's Zod, it's Doomsday, which is Zod in the movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those type of things. I kind of feel like what they do is the audience is just getting the same flavor of vanilla in a different cup every single time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Jeremy's
I don't
favorite flavor.
know. I think for me, there's so much we could get. There's so much we could get off of this in terms of this casting. What was interesting, Marco. I don't know if you noticed or you either, Camel, or maybe you either, Jeremy. Um, David Cornsweet was in rumors to play Superman since they started talking about casting people.
Yeah.
I remember he was one of the first names. It was him, Nicholas Hoult, and a couple others. So it's really dope to see. This is a big deal for him. He's going to be the flagship of DC. It looks like they're going to have themselves a homegrown hero. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Um.
that's something. Hmm.
eh, Because this is the one, as I said before, this is the one movie they need to get right. So casting is obviously very important. They can't just cast somebody that like is not gonna look the part, and not just that,
Yeah,
is not gonna be talented enough to carry the franchise on for an entire decade. So if these two are gonna be the main leads, this is a great call for them.
yeah.
Um, no, but yeah, I'm excited. Again, we haven't seen much of this guy. Like he hasn't really been in much to really like,
I don't think he's ever been a lead. A lead. He's been a lead
He's
role
never been a
ever.
lead on a show or anything
as
like anything.
opposed as opposed to Rachel, who won an Emmy, um, and has a whole bunch of nominations. So she's like clearly very talented. And I'm not saying this guy isn't. Obviously, like if he got the part, he's talented. It's just we got to see more of him. Hopefully, I'm gonna see what I can find out, and I'm gonna see if I can watch a show he's in, just to see more of what this guy has to
Yeah.
offer.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
I don't know if you guys found it interesting, but or maybe you guys noticed. Have you noticed that? I feel like it's kind of risky for Warner Brothers. I kind of respect it, but I feel like it's kind of risky for Warner Brothers to start this like I know Blue Beetle is the first movie in the DCU, but it looks like Superman is the first big guy we're getting on screen, the first big hero.
yeah,
It's kind of interesting to see how DC's kind of going into that again, the same way with Man of Steel, how that was like the first thing for the DCEU. So I'm curious to see if maybe DC's learned from their mistakes. I remember a lot of people were thinking that they should have started off with Batman first. Again, even though we just saw the thing is Batman and Spider-Man are the two types of heroes where there's never going to be an oversaturation for those characters. People are always going to want more and more and more and more. You know what I mean? But
right.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I'm excited. It's dope to see them make a homegrown character.
yeah, no,
Uh,
that's pretty much it. There's really honestly not much we can say about this. I think this is a good way to end it. The topic, Superman is gonna be great. Hopefully it's gonna be great. Jesus, if this movie sucks, oh my god.
Bro, is that they could never make like a real like okay. Me personally, I like Man of Steel. I thought it was great. I thought it was a
Right.
good movie. I had nothing. Eric, you don't like Superman at all. You can do all your faces. You don't like him.
Bro, the guy's whole gimmick was to save the whole ass world and save
Yeah.
everybody, and he just literally killed thousands of people just slamming through buildings like a dumbass. The guy
That's
sniffs paint. He sniffs paint.
actually I think that's Bizarro, but that's besides the point. Um, so like I was saying, I personally like Man of Steel. I didn't really see nothing too bad because like obviously there was some emotional parts to the movie, even though you might disagree, Eric. But as far as what Eric was saying, it's true. Batman and like characters like Batman and Spider-Man, they're always gonna have the top of the notch, money make. That's the money
Yo,
make for both
yo,
Marvel and bro.
I just realized that Man of Steel, Superman's dad just drove into a tornado for no reason. What?
Bro, but you know what's the worst part about that?
You think he was gonna stop the
No,
tornado?
bro, done it.
He had to go
Bro,
get his boxing gloves. What do you think he was doing?
oh my god, that was one of the funniest things I ever saw. That's when I knew the DCU was destroyed. The moment Zack Snyder put that clip in a movie, oh my god.
It was
All
his
right.
canon.
All right.
Oh.
So on to the next topic. This is something that kind of has been. I mean, all of us are excited for the Barbie movie, right?
Hell yeah, buddy.
I'm excited for it. I'm gonna go watch it.
I mean,
I'm
it's
gonna go
an,
watch it together.
I'm gonna watch that
it's
shit. I'm gonna watch that shit at I have a schedule already. I already have a schedule for that.
You have a schedule for it? Oh,
I do.
what's the
I'm gonna
schedule?
watch Barbie, Oppenheimer, same day.
Repeat that. Repeat that. Repeat that.
I'm watching Oppenheimer and Barbie at the same, on the same day.
Oh.
Yeah. Somebody dropped like a whole like schedule on Twitter, and I saw it, and I was like, I might do that day.
You know what's crazy is that apparently Barbie's projected to make like double.
60 to
Over-
80 million opening weekend.
Yeah, over Oppenheimer, which is projected to make like 40. For me, it's not a surprise. I've been seeing Barbie everywhere. It's a movie that I feel like, in terms of marketing, it's a movie that I feel like could easily get like a bunch of trends. Like I've seen a lot more memes coming out of the movie.
Of course.
Out of the Barbie movie than Oppenheimer. I think the only like trend that came out of Oppenheimer was like the bomb thing, when Christopher Nolan was like, oh, in terms of the bomb, we try to go as practical as we can. Everyone kept joking like he used an actual bomb, and the Einstein thing. But when it comes to
ask Michael Bay to help him with that bomb.
yeah, yeah. But when it came to Barbie, like I felt like every single week I saw like a new item. Yeah, a new clip or new trend. Like, you know, Eric, before we start recording, we did talk about this just for a little bit, but you did say that you were extremely surprised by this. I want to know your take on it.
I mean, I was just surprised at the fact that that this was happening, just because you kind of look at it, and the ensemble, like the cast for both movies is a powerhouse. You have Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, Will Ferrell. We have Dua Lipa making her acting debut. There's a bunch of other actors and actresses that I know are the guy from Shang-Chi, right?
Shang-Chi, yeah.
Yeah, he's
I know
in
who you're
it.
talking about.
So, yeah, so it's interesting. And then I just thought the thing for me was you look at Oppenheimer, and I just thought that movie would do more numbers because of the fact that it's a Christopher Nolan movie, on top of the fact that you have Cillian Murphy, Robert Downey Jr., Josh Peck. No, I mean, I just think it's personal preference for me, right? I mean, I never grew up with Barbies outside of the fact that when I was a kid, I would undress them to see what girls look like, bro.
I grew up with Bratz dolls.
What? Wait, what?
Nah, I prefer that. Or
Hold up, Eric. Yo, I need you to repeat that for me. What?
That my sister used to have like Barbies, so like
Yeah.
her room was across from mine. So whenever she was like, when she would go to the mall with my mom, I would sneak into her room and just undress the Barbies and look at them.
Yeah,
Why?
I'll draw nipples on them too, bro.
Just because you wanted to see how girls look like. How old were you?
I was like probably 5, 4. I was trying to see if instead of
on a leash.
Oh yeah.
I'm curious, did you have a beard at that time or no?
Nah. But when I discovered Bratz dolls,
Oh.
they got crazy. Especially when they had the ones with the head, so you could just brush their hair. They had real hair.
Yeah. Real hair?
Yeah, you don't want to know what I did with that.
All right. Get back on topic.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's personal preference. But now that I'm put on the spot like this, I'm thinking about it, and now it makes sense why Barbie is gonna be making more money in the box office. I mean, it looks like this whole theme is like, you know, the sunny California. It's a summer blockbuster. It's with Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling. We haven't seen crazy in a big role in a long time. I miss seeing Ryan Gosling on screen. You know what I mean? And on top of that, I also like the fact that, you know, the thing with Barbie too is I feel like this is a movie that could be brought in for everybody. It's for both kids and like older people. Like my sister, my
You know?
yeah, it caters for the Gen Z, the generation before us. It caters for us. I mean, we're the Gen Z, but it caters for millennials, Gen Z, everybody. Because we're not just talking about these actors and it being a kids movie. We're talking about the fact that the reason it's a kids movie is because it has one of the most successful toy lines of all time. You know what I mean?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Imagine Barbie was like really big like in the 80s. Like imagine my mom used to play with it. So now knowing that they're gonna make a Barbie movie, you know, I think it's a pretty right choice for like as far as like toy wise. Like I like to see how this goes because like it looks. I'm not gonna lie to you, it looks funny. Like I'm mainly watching it. We all know why. You know, not for Margot Robbie. It's for Ryan Gosling. But
There we go.
Go.
like this is a movie literally for everyone. It markets towards everyone. It markets for the little girls because obviously little girls play with Barbies, they play with Bratz, they play with dolls. You know, like I don't know about now because you know nowadays
Bro, it
like
caters for girls our age, bro. Girls are always talking about how they're Barbies and stuff. Like, I'm a Barbie girl, whatever. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. I see it at least, but I don't know.
there's a movie where like it's marketed towards like a lot of people. You know, it's marketed towards like the girls growing up, like you know, like our moms. You know, like they grew up with Barbies. Like they played up. My mom, she played with Barbies. Or like she always told me like remember one time when I was like 13, 12 years old, she got a Volkswagen Beetle and she was like, oh, it's always been my dream to get one of these cars. That car was a piece of shit. I'm letting you know right now. But she said it like, oh, I used to have Barbies and I used to play with it and it was a Volkswagen. So, you know, when she got that, you know, she felt like, okay, you know, she got that little like Barbie little like piece with her, you know? You know, it's marketed towards the guys, you know, Ryan Gosling, the whole like literally me. Like you're just gonna see a whole bunch of like grown ass men just screaming out, "It's literally me! I drive!" You know, like just all that shit. Then you got like the little girls that are like, you know, probably like my little sister's age, around that range. You know, so it's a movie I think is gonna do really well, and like obviously, I'm hoping it does well because it looks funny. Like it looks good. We have Will Ferrell, we have Michael Cera, Ryan Gosling, Margot Robbie.
Michael Cera.
They gotta make all that money back from all the paint they use, bro. I think I saw. Did you guys see that? That they used so much pink in the movie that there was like
I
a
mean,
shortage of pink, of like pink paint or something like that, or
I would.
pink. That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's super crazy.
Yeah,
It was
I
like a
mean,
worldwide shordage.
and the one thing that's really dope is they're adding. Sorry, what were you saying, Camel?
I was gonna make a little joke that I think Lil Uzi got some of that pink with him. You know what I mean?
For that new
It was
album.
on set, cut.
But I think one thing that's been really dope about this too is you know, Ryan Gosling was a part of Disney when he was younger. He did La La Land, and I feel like this is the same type of movie in the sense like there's a couple of musical scenes to this, a couple musical parts to this, and also the marketing has just been genius for this movie. It's been everywhere,
Yeah.
everywhere. They're really pushing this as like they as a big blockbuster, and I'm so down for it. I'm rooting for it. You know, they're giving away this Airbnb in Malibu for like a 2 day stay. That the whole house is like literally covered in pink, and it's in corroboration with the movie. So I think that's really dope too. I feel like we're gonna be so spoiled. And the crazy part is, a lot of people aren't even talking about the other movies that are coming out in the summer as well.
The one that's coming out on the same day, you know?
Pretty much.
Man.
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm also talking about there's Oppenheimer and there's Barbie, and then also we're getting Indiana Jones and Mission Impossible. There's a bunch of movies coming out, but it's just because it's like Barbie and Oppenheimer are such two different groups of people that it's so dope to see that they're coming out on the same day. You know what I mean?
Indiana Jones right now
I
is
know what you mean, 100%.
flopping.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
which sucks because
I know.
I'm a big Harrison Ford guy.
I
Yeah.
love Harrison
It's so
Ford.
funny how Harrison Ford shits on San Holo, but he loves Indiana Jones, bro.
You mean
Yeah.
Han Solo?
What I
That's what he
say?
said.
You said San Holo.
Oh shit. Think about the DJ.
Nah, yeah, but yeah, I'm excited, boys. I mean, what do you think, Marco? Do you think you're gonna enjoy this movie?
I want to laugh, um, as I always do. But the thing is, I'm excited to see what this like, cause this is a Barbie movie, but like it's like, it's almost like the Lego movie, but like a live action type of thing.
That's
where, like,
exactly
you're
what I was
inside,
thinking.
like you're inside this Barbie world, It is not like about like the toy. Rather, it's more. Well, I mean, it is about the toy, but rather you're actually like living or experiencing the fantasy, right? Um, I think this can be good. I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I feel like Warner Brothers has a lot of confidence in this. I think they need this to be great. I think they need this to make a lot of money. I think this is gonna turn WWE around because I think this year hasn't been too kind, unfortunately, to WWE.
At all.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, this movie can like show people, yo, like it isn't all bad. They
I
deserve
mean,
a
yeah.
win. They deserve
I
a
also
win.
feel I also feel like there's like a hidden message behind this. You know, I feel like now that we're adults, you know, when we were younger, it was funny because yo, I can't wait to be older. I can't wait to be 21. Can't wait to be 18. And now when you turn this age, you're kind of like, ah, man, I wish I was a kid just a little bit more longer.
Right.
So it's kind of, and I feel like that's what's gonna be so dope about this movie is, I feel like we're gonna see the similarities between us and the movie because you know they leave Barbie Land and they join the real world, and all they want to do is just go back home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's relatable. But I'm looking forward to seeing this movie. I'm looking forward to seeing both on the same day. I feel like we have to do it. I think it'd be the funniest thing ever.
Definitely, we could go watch it back to back.
Oh
Like
my
you
Um.
god,
said,
yeah.
no, like you said, they're like on completely different spectrums. Like
You
this
bet.
movie's a
Yeah.
fantasy, like Barbie's the fantasy movie, and Oppenheimer is based on like real life events and stuff that actually did happen in the world. Which, honestly, I mean, Barbie's obviously gonna. I think they're gonna outsell Oppenheimer for sure. That's not even a given. Like everybody, their moms, dads, grandmas, they're all gonna go see that movie.
I
Oppenheimer,
don't
it's for more. I think it's for a little bit more
I
serious
don't know.
people.
I don't know. I think, but that's the thing. Christopher Nolan movies have always been slow burners. It's
Hmm.
always like they come out that, and then they pick up pace right away because the people's like, oh, you have to go see this. You know
I,
what I mean?
is it
Maybe
is
like
it isn't Oppenheimer 3 hours?
Yep.
I think it's around there. But here's the thing: the most dangerous man in Hollywood is a motivated Christopher Nolan, and you can tell he's really motivated. He's really motivated,
I think that
Right.
and
movie's gonna do crazy,
and the
crazy
thing
numbers.
is we have no idea what's going to happen in this movie if they're even going to make it identical to what happened in real life. We don't know if it's going to get its own ending, but I'm excited for it. Besides that, we had you know, these are movies coming out next week, but I want to talk about this week also.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so one show that's kind of flying under the radar, which I kind of feel like the reason it's flying under the radar is just because, like I said, it hasn't been a very good year for Disney Plus members. I think I think Disney Plus has lost over 4 million subscribers in the last year for obvious reasons. And on top of that, Marvel just hasn't had the best track record lately. Um, but yeah, Secret Invasion came out. That was something that I remember people were really hyped for when it first came out.
I've seen the first 2 episodes, and bro, that first episode is insane. I don't know if you guys have watched it, but it's just about the scrolls taking over the earth, man, and they're everywhere. As much as just like how I remember in one of the episodes, Fury was wearing like these he's wearing like these what are they called? There's some glasses, and they're able to detect if like they're able to detect a person's heart rate to see if the
Right.
person's lying. So
Motherfucker was wearing a
everybody from
powder.
the leaders, people you wouldn't even think are scrolls are scrolls. A lot of people are saying that, for example, Rhodey is a scroll, and from like judging from like the latest episode, like I have a suspicion that he's one of them. But it's weird because like you have Gravik, which is like he has like his own. He just became general of like the whole thing. So and then you got like Fury and you got Talos. If I didn't say his name right, you have him, both of them trying to like stop them. And then you had Martin Freeman in the beginning. He was a scroll when they killed him. So you never like, and it's crazy because you think about it. Like, remember when he first came out, in what movie was it? Was it Civil War that he first appeared in?
Wait, who?
Maybe he was that from the jump.
Who?
Martin Freeman.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No.
Agent Ross.
Yeah, it
Sorry,
was Civil War. It
Agent
was
Ross.
Civil. Yeah, it was Civil War.
When he first appeared in it, what if like this is like from all the way in the beginning. Like he's been a scroll from like the jump. Like he just came out of nowhere in that movie. Like he just popped out of nowhere, and everybody was like, "Oh, where did this guy come from?"
I don't know if that would make sense though, because
Could
in,
I?
in
I
Black
think it makes sense.
in Black
I
Panther,
don't.
he kind of like almost died, and he didn't revert back to school for him.
I
Why
don't see
not?
enough. One thing I wanted to bring up to you guys because I know we're talking about scrolls and all that.
Yeah.
I don't see enough people talking about how much Marvel really dropped the ball on this whole scroll invasion storyline because it was a way bigger thing in the comics. This was expected to have like its own little arc in Marvel movies. This ball has been where I know the show's gonna be good. I'm sure it is,
Fucking
but
make
there's
it because God, God hope. Like but I think they're still recovering from She-Hulk. Keep it real, dude.
there's no way that
She-Hulk
gets
was so bad.
if that gets a season 2, then there's hope for me to become a director in Hollywood.
Of course,
There's
bro. The first season had Megan Thee Stallion and her twerking. The second season is gonna have
there's no way the fact that got greenlit is the craziest thing in
Dude,
my
that
life.
CGI was so awful.
I don't even care about the CGI. I care about the story at this point. Literally, that literally looked like it was written in your like 8th grade English class, where they told you to write a Marvel script and you came up with that. All I can say is this: I'm excited to watch Scrolls. Part of the reason why I haven't watched it was because they used AI to make that intro, and it looks like
I hate it.
it
I
looks like
hate it.
it looks like dog water.
It looks so dumb, but like if you really look at it, like there's like meaning to it. Like if you like I was watching like a breakdown video of it. It's I don't remember it entirely, but like it all has a purpose, and you're gonna
Yeah,
slowly see it, and then you're gonna look at that,
Yeah.
that intro, and you're gonna be like, oh, kind of makes.
no, that's cool, but the art still looks like shit.
It's so bad. Like the colors are terrible. Like I didn't like that all that green, and
I've seen better art on a Goosebumps cover.
they definitely should have hired somebody to make
Look,
to make that intro because
look, I've seen R.L. Stein come up with better shit than that. But all I want to say is I'm definitely excited to watch it. It looks like it's doing well. Um, I don't know. I'm just bummed out. The Scroll Invasion was a big deal in the comics. It played a huge part in a lot of things.
Well, that's because they're gonna do. I mean, I'm not saying I agree with you, but I think they're trying to focus more on the multiverse crap, which I don't like. Which I'm not defending Marvel. I'm just saying like I'm giving you a reason why it's happening. Wait, I think you were talking, so like I just cut you off.
No. I'm glad you did. I want to hear what you have to say.
I only saw the first episode. I really liked the first episode.
You liked
I
it?
really liked it. Yeah, I did. That being said, the problem with Disney Plus shows in general, and I hope this isn't the case for this, is that it starts out good, and then it gets it's like a roller coaster. You go all the way up, and then you crash. And then you go down and you crash and you die. But that's usually how it goes.
She-Hulk was so trash.
you still thinking about that?
Yo, so trash.
That was
Yeah.
it was so bad, bro.
We're gonna be banned from being able to go to Disney now. They're gonna have posters of us.
But they brought at least we saw Scar though.
DMW, Disney's Most Wanted. We're gonna be on there.
At least we saw Scar though.
I did like the tone. Like it was a very serious tone. It harks back to Winter Soldier, which
It's
was
espionage.
espionage. Yeah, exactly.
Espionage type of like thriller, like
Yeah, suspense.
That's what I feel like they were missing. I feel like they needed a little bit of that. A
I
little bit of
just-
spice. I just wish it was turned into a movie though. Sorry.
I just think the problem is that like they have no sense of pacing these shows, like it's horrible, and I think that's because like
There's too many.
There's too much shit.
it's just it's 6 episodes and the episodes are not even an hour long. They're like about 40 minutes. Well, I mean I'm not talking about this one in particular, but in general like the episodes are like 40 minutes long and that includes credits. So
Yeah,
they're
but
like
this is-
35-minute episodes.
But that's what I mean. If you have more quality than quantity, you'd be able to focus on making a couple more episodes. Like for example, I enjoyed Hawkeye. I enjoyed.
Yo.
Wait. I can't hear you.
I enjoyed
No.
Hawkeye. I enjoyed Hawkeye. I enjoyed Moon Knight, and I enjoyed WandaVision. But outside
You
of
like
that,
Loki?
It doesn't. Okay, it was good, but guess what? It doesn't do anything. What's it gonna do?
I mean,
I don't need to see. I don't need to see 4,000 Lokis, bro.
I do.
I do.
didn't. I
I
didn't.
thought that was good.
I felt nothing watching that.
Yeah,
I
but it was
didn't.
an introduction to the whole.
I'll be honest, I felt
Yeah,
nothing watching
Jonathan-
Hawkeye. I
didn't
did not
either,
like
but I
Hawkeye.
liked it.
Yeah,
I-
the fucking Arrow. Why do we need Hawkeye? We had Arrow.
Yeah.
I thought Loki was just important because it
No,
they
Arrow
pretty
was-
much introduced Kang. Like that's gonna be really what they're gonna focus on the next phase. Like that's what the
Not
next
anymore.
Well,
Not
not anymore.
anymore.
They're gonna
Yo,
figure that out. They're gonna
Yeah.
retcon something, but that's gonna be the next phase.
They're not recasting it. I don't know
Oh.
what they're doing. This is what they get. This is what they get, and I'm enjoying it. I'm
Yeah,
enjoying
but
it.
they remember they casted him before that whole mess happened. So like, I mean, we're gonna
It
see
doesn't.
what's gonna
They're not
happen.
gonna.
They're not gonna change. They're not gonna change it now, Eric.
Jeremy, then you do not know Marvel or Disney at all because
I don't think they're gonna change it.
Okay, if you think Disney can keep someone that is going to be found guilty, if he's found
I'm
guilty,
not saying. I'm not. He just threw a lawsuit at her the other day as well.
but
So
then
now that's
the
just
thing
gonna
is-
go out even longer. They're gonna have to recast, but that I don't
Okay.
think that story's gonna like not change, but they're gonna at least tweak it or something because that's what the next phase they were gonna like.
If they didn't recast Black Panther, I don't think they're going to recast King.
Okay, that's different though,
It's not.
and
So
they
you
kind
think
of technically already did with Shuri, didn't they?
That's not a recast.
Not a recast, but whatever. Same stuff. Recast, new character, whatever.
Whatever. Point is we
I have a feeling
I like this.
that I have a feeling that it's gonna be kind of like it could go both. It could go two ways, right?
Mhm.
So it could go the way Iron Man did it with Rhodes, where they replaced what's his name? I cannot remember his name.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
And what's his name, bro? I always forget his name, bro.
What his name is?
Terrence Howard. Or Terrence.
Yes. Terrence.
The guy from, is it Terrence Howard, the guy from the original?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
his
on,
name.
man. Come on,
Oh
man.
man, I'm Iron Man. You know.
Yeah.
So they could go that route and do like the whole thing where like they just ignored it and they're like, okay, yeah.
They should have done that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what-
what I think they're gonna do.
They could
But it's
do,
not
like,
the same, though. War
Nah.
Machine is not.
it's a side. It's like the villain. I get it. Because at least like with him, with Rose, he was a side character in Iron Man. So
I think he was-
They didn't even need to introduce Kane. Just do Galactus, bro. Like
Damn, I didn't think about it like that now.
that's what they get. That's what you get for trying to do She-Hulk and acting like I care. That's what you get. And if you're gonna do She-Hulk, actually do it right, bro. Like, come on. There's like at least I would have been happy if they would have kept Black Widow alive. Keep Black Widow alive and kill Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel. Kill her.
I don't want you ever disrespecting She-Hulk like that ever again. She-Hulk is a
She's the best
masterpiece,
character out of
and it's
everybody.
one of the best shows of all time. So how dare you?
The moment I saw the second episode,
I've only watched up to
Those are-
season episode 3,
moment-
so.
the moment that they showed her being able to control her powers faster than Hulk, I knew this shit was fucked. We were gonna be in for a horrible time. But it's okay.
Struggle with a Jeep.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Hulk has a son. I don't know who he. I guess that it was just hey, here's bonus footage. That's what it was. But it's okay. When it comes, Jeremy, you muted yourself. When it comes to superhero quality, if there's one title that's been doing it better than everybody the last few years is The Boys.
100%. Amazon.
The Boys?
I've probably been the only one that hasn't watched it yet, guys. I'm
Jesus
so sorry. Yo, when you guys
Christ.
talked about The Boys, I'm like, yo, where the hell? Like, I haven't watched, bro. I can't watch in the span of a week. I haven't.
Yes, you
It's just
If
something.
you watch 30 episodes, if you watch 40 episodes of the anime in one sitting, you could watch The
I don't
Boys.
do that. I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm gonna catch up with you guys, but so what's up? What's the? what were you
Wait,
saying?
wait. I
Cut me
wanna
off before I can start, bro.
ask Jeremy. Yo, All right. So I know you haven't seen the show, but do you know anything about the boys?
All I know
Anything?
is that blonde dude. He
Um,
was
So you're
perfect.
talking about Homelander. Okay. Is there anything else you know, like the premise of the show?
Not really, to be honest with you.
You gotta watch that shit.
I
Trust me, it's
definitely
really
have to
good.
watch. A lot of people, bro. Everybody told me to watch that.
Yeah.
Like you, Brandon,
Yeah.
Eric,
Yeah.
and Melo. Everybody, bro.
You
Like,
need to watch it. So the Puerto Reaper, go ahead.
yeah, thank you for letting me talk before I was really interrupted. Um, I just want to say, um, we got a little bit of unfortunate news. It looks like the boys season 4 won't come out until
What?
the writer strike is over.
Marco, start writing.
Ah, yeah,
Marco, get on that pen and paper, boy.
no, no, no.
I'll supply you the pen,
It
dog.
was inevitable, man. With that writer strike going on, there's just a lot of stuff that's gonna be pushed back. Like this one, like this Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, for example, supposedly might get pushed back. There's a lot of things that are getting ruined by this, just because Hollywood wants to be selfish and not pay writers, and it's just a whole mess.
Yeah,
It's
It's
so
not fair to us at all.
you okay, Marco? Where'd you go? Did you go to Volt?
Pen
He,
paper?
he went to go talk with the he went to go talk to the
Yeah.
investors.
It's back. All right. So the boys is back. So the writing, all the writing stuff is good. I handled it. We're
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Oh, Marco's the GOAT.
But yeah, it looks
No.
like they finished up season 4 filming. From what we're hearing, I didn't think it was possible. They say the season is going to be nastier and more disgusting.
Yeah. 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 I like that. I like that.
The boys is one of the rare exceptions when it comes to them making a show better than the um, actual. What's that word I'm trying to look for?
Are you talking about source material?
Actual source material.
Yeah.
That they grab from the boys, because the boys comic, uh,
It's ass. It's edgy. I don't like that. Well, I mean, I like edgy, but it's unnecessarily edgy.
What's that
I'm not gonna
Superman?
lie. Can I be like if I
Wait, what?
What's that Superman that you showed me the other day? The Superman variant character? That's worse than Home.
Plutonian something. I'm gonna have to look that up. I always forget the name. But Eric, hey, go ahead.
there's things in the boys like in the comic that just seem like it was made by
Children.
What pad character?
it was made by what's this guy? It was made by what's this guy? The guy that was that he slept with a bunch of guys. He was a serial killer.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Dahmer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I don't want. I just want to watch.
Easy.
I told you.
No, Jeff Dahmer. I just want to watch that.
I'm gonna watch the Jets game, take a couple pictures, and you can be
you're a little too
Yeah.
good at that, Germ.
Dad, what did I do wrong?
Their glasses.
Dad, I just went to the harbor. Dad. But yeah, point is, the comic for the boys is straight up insult, but the show is a masterpiece. I love Homelander. For me, I don't know why I like him. I'm guilty that I like him, but I like
I
Homelander.
know why. I know why.
Why? Why?
Because unlike what you were saying in the first topic about Superman, this guy doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care. He does whatever he wants because realistically, who's gonna stop him besides Soldier Boy? But he does everything Superman doesn't. That's why you like him.
No, well, Jeremy, why are you laughing if you don't even know who Superboy is?
Yeah, I think you like Homelander because he's everything Superman isn't. He's a realistic, you know, fuck, what's the word? A monarch. He's like a monarch type of guy. You know, like he's just like who's gonna stop him besides Soldier Boy? And no, not the rapper Jeremy. We're talking about Jensen Ackles' character, which Jensen Ackles, you know, the GOAT as always.
The
Yeah, you know, like you like Homelander because he's everything Superman is not. He's a very insecure but very powerful being that he doesn't show to like everybody else. He just it's like I don't care. these people die. Okay, cool. Am I
He
making money off?
hasn't. He hasn't done anything wrong.
You sure about that? You
nah, he
sure?
nah. He's done a lot of wrong, but I'll take Soldier Boy over Homeland.
Million percent, million percent. What about you,
So,
Marvel?
yeah, what are you thinking about everything going on with this, with it being delayed now?
I'm not surprised. I mean, like everything is getting shut down for a bit. In terms of the writer's strike, um, so you did say that the filming was done or no, or they haven't
I
even
mean,
started.
I, I, I think it was pretty much wrapped because they've been on set for a while for this, and if they're already saying that it's going to release till the writer's strike is over, I'm pretty sure it's done.
I think season three ended off in such a great note that I don't mind waiting until they get it right. Because I do know that a lot of shows and movies have rewrites, and with rewrites come reshoots, and with reshoots, it obviously takes more time to perfect that. But yeah, this is a bummer. But again, I don't want this to be like rushed to into like a schedule that it could potentially hamper the quality of the show. That's something I don't want. I want this season to be better than the third one. We did talk already about the writer's strike in a couple episodes ago, so there's not really much to say about this.
Yeah. With that being said, I mean, this
Yeah.
week is a little bit superhero heavy. We got in the news as well. Marco, I wanted you to talk about this one a little bit.
There is a new Iron Man game coming out, and when I say coming out, I mean that in the in a very loose term because it's not gonna come out for another 4 years, probably if they're talking about the engine. But there's a new Iron Man game coming out by Motive Studios. They developed a game they released earlier this year called it was a remake. It was a remake of Dead Space, and it got good reviews. And so EA decided, you know what, you did so good here, let's move you on and let's have you develop this Iron Man game, which I'm excited for, but at the same time, I don't know if it can flop. I mean, it depends because I feel like this game, had it would have been released like 5 years ago, I think it would have done a lot better because Iron Man was still like
Relevant.
at the
The thing is,
top with Endgame, right, and Infinity War. I think
yeah,
after Avengers,
his
and what is the
presence was
word? Yeah, his presence was a little damaged, right? Like, and that's the thing. Like, I want this game to do well, and I am glad the studio is of a good quality, and I do think this game could be very good. But at the same time, I gotta see a trailer, right? Because that first trailer is really gonna give us the tone of what the game's gonna be. It's gonna give us the look of what the game's gonna be as well. Like if you've seen the
I'm not
first
gonna get that
Guardians
for a
game
while.
trailer, if you saw the first Spider-Man, the PS4 Spider-Man trailer gave you what the tone is gonna be for the overall game. So that's one thing. Also, they're making it in Unreal Engine 5, which if you've seen like a bunch of demos on it, if you've seen like what like the potential this engine can really do for like games, I think it could, in terms of graphics, it can look very very like very realistic, and I mean if that's a tone they want to go for, right? Because like a lot of these studios are now aiming to go for the realistic type in terms of superhero games. So Unreal Engine 5 looks like it could be that engine for them. So yeah.
I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
How do you guys see this game going? Like what type of story? Do you think it's gonna be like a kind of like how they did with Iron Man in the movies, where he's like a broken man and he just goes through like the struggle, and then that's what made the Iron Man movies pretty good for me
I,
at least.
I'm expecting them
Yeah,
to go the RD or to go like the movies.
You
really, I
expect?
disagree.
Oh, you think so?
I think they're gonna. I think they're seeing the way Insomniac did Spider-Man, where you don't have to
Ooh,
tell the full origin story already,
right.
and you can just go straight into it. And I think that's the type of Iron Man we're gonna get. Maybe like his first year into being Iron Man, his second year into being Iron Man type of thing. He's still learning a lot about it, trying to, get out of that typical billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, asshole type of role
Right.
that he's in, and learn
Right.
how to be more of a selfish guy, unselfish guy.
But also like in terms of how the character's gonna act, I don't think that they're gonna go like how the movies are, But I do think that
Yeah.
in terms of like the interpretation of what RDJ brought to the table, I think that's what they're gonna go for. Um,
Yeah, I can see that.
but at the same
I don't think.
time, the Guardians was a lot more of the comics than it was the movies, so that can surprise you. But you know what? No, because I want to say like I think the character, the character like in the Guardians of the Galaxy game, right? The like I think Peter Quill acted a lot more like how he did in the movie, but like the story felt more like it did in the comics. If that makes any sense,
I get it.
right? So I think that's what they might go for.
Jeremy.
My only concern, I want to see how realistic they can get. Like I know it's a little bit weird, but um, flying mechanics. I want to see how they do the flying mechanics. I'm wondering if you can switch yourself from first person view and then to like third person view while you're flying through the city and stuff like that. I think that would be pretty cool. Imagine if you can do first person view and you're able to look yourself inside. You're able to literally look from outside, from like the eyes of the character, which is gonna be pretty cool. But I think it's gonna go well. Like how Camel said, it could be a flop, but at the same time, I don't think it can. I don't think it will be a flop. I think they're really gonna Spider-Man, like these Spider-Man games that have been coming out, they've been great. So I really think that Iron Man should be at the same level, if not better, than the Spider-Man games because they've been so good. And at least the past couple years, those video games have been, for the most part, have good reviews. A lot of people play them. But 4 years away, that's a long time. You want us for right, Marco? About 3-4 years for the game to come out.
Yeah, because I think if they're announcing the engine they're working on, it's a brand new engine. Because
I just hope the
EA.
hype doesn't die down.
No, I think once you see a
Okay.
trailer, if the trailer's good, you're probably the hype's gonna go up. But
Bro, that Iron Man was Ironheart.
I'm sorry.
I feel you 100%.
The last thing we got from like Iron Man related was literally Ironheart, and
Yeah.
maybe the other game that you want that nobody like.
Yeah, but who watches
Yeah, but like
Ironheart?
Yeah, nobody cares about.
Who cares about that ass show?
no,
Anyways,
but like I think if the trailer's good, then I think you're gonna see hype for it.
The movie, bro.
Yeah,
no,
I
no.
understand. I mean, what isn't that the biggest way video games bait people into it in the beginning? Is you come out with an amazing trailer.
Exactly. Yeah, and the reason why Avengers didn't work is because the first trailer came out and it was ass. I watched the entire Square Enix presentation in hopes of like getting the trailer, because apparently they announced the trailer was gonna be at that presentation. It was like 2019. I remember I was so excited, and I remember the first second into watching that trailer, I had a massive smile on my face, and as the trailer kept going, my smile slowly faded and faded and faded and faded. To by the end of the trailer, I was kind of just like,
Yeah, you're kind of like that Mr. Incredibles meme.
yeah, I felt like just so disappointed. Like that honestly, I don't think you ever see me more disappointed in anything than that trailer.
The moment I saw what their costumes, what their suits looked like, it literally looked like Disney was making a Marvel game.
It just looked bad.
Like those mobile games.
Yeah,
But as I said before, like EA has all the developers, I think until recently, develop all their games with the Frostbite engine, right? So that's an engine that's used on Battlefield games, on Star Wars games. So the fact that the studio is using Unreal Engine 5 means that they have to start from scratch, and that's gonna take years to really like. They have to create an entire engine, plus they have to make an entire game. Those are two different things that they have to do. So that's gonna take years to actually to get right and to finalize. So that's why I think it's gonna take years. We're gonna see Wolverine way like before we see this new Iron Man game.
Hey,
I'm
Wolverine's
okay with that.
Yeah.
I am
mad
okay
at
with
that.
that.
I am too.
Yeah.
Same here.
But
Me
yeah.
personally. Now another question I got for you guys. You guys think it's gonna be like kind of like the Spider-Man games and like Arkham games, or do you think it's just gonna be like cutscene to cutscene type of like thing, or do you think it's gonna be like open world?
Definitely open world.
I disagree.
I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. I really don't. I
Or
don't
like
know
an
if
open
anything
world
can be
game.
the. I don't know if it
I
can be an
don't,
open world game.
I don't think it'd be because the thing is, Spider-Man is synonymous with New York the same way Batman is synonymous with Gotham. Tony Stark doesn't really have that.
And that's
Yeah.
another thing I want to bring up because flying is going to be a problem because Iron Man can fly through cities, right? Superman can fly through planets. Like,
Yeah,
how do you control that?
yeah. I think this is gonna be more of like a God of War type of thing, where it's like linear gameplay, where
Or
it
it,
Yeah.
looks like
or it
it
can
looks
be
like
like
Thor,
a
but it's not.
or it can be like a semi-open world, like a hub type thing where like you have sections, and you go into sections, but you also have flying missions where you have to do like where you have to like fly and do that. But it's not gonna be like open world where you can go anywhere. You're just gonna have hubs. I don't know. I feel like they could be that. I also think they could go linear because you can control the combat better. You can, it makes more sense from a gaming standpoint to go
I
linear.
feel like it might be more of like the closest we'll get to open world is kind of like Final Fantasy VII remake, that type of
Yeah,
that type.
Yeah.
Where
but
like
like on a way larger scale because you have to. It's Iron Man. It's not you understand?
no, yeah, and I'm interested to see who they would pick as the villain, and there's a lot of stuff with this. Maybe who knows? Who knows? I mean, if we're 4 years away, or maybe this that's always
Repeat that again.
maybe
Repeat that again.
Okay.
maybe this is one of those games that ends up getting shelved. You never know because we've seen it. Star Wars has had a lot of games get shelved.
Yeah.
DC has had games get shelved.
Yep.
I don't know if this is gonna be one of those things where for a superhero movie, it looks like there's a lot of stuff that has to go into the superhero game. It
Right.
looks like there's gonna be a lot of stuff that's gonna go into it.
Yeah, I
So,
could understand that for sure.
and I'm okay if it gets shelved, as long as I get my Wolverine game. As long as I get that Wolverine game, I'm happy.
Well, yeah, like whatever happens to this Iron Man game, Wolverine's gonna come out regardless. Like nothing's gonna affect that game.
And I'm okay with that because I could live another. If I see another Thor cutscene in a superhero movie or game, I hope I don't see Thor in anything with Iron Man because I'm so sick of seeing Thor anywhere, bro. It's literally the same as seeing a Honda Civic in the middle of the street. And I should know because I drive a Honda Civic, so I can talk shit about my car. I'm sick and tired of seeing the same car everywhere I go.
There's nothing
I
wrong
would
with
say
driving
Toyota
Hondas.
Corolla, but
There's
But
nothing There's nothing wrong with the Honda Civics. So,
Yeah, bro.
no,
Tell him, Marco. Tell
yeah.
him. So there's a lot of people that hate on things. Eric is a notorious hater, as we know from.
I know you're not talking. I know you're
Hey,
not talking.
I was getting Eric. I was getting there. Hold on, bro. I was getting
Uh-huh.
there. So, topic of the day is what is a series or a TV show that, or is it a TV show or is it a movie that we
It could be
movie
either.
or TV show,
Yeah.
it could be either or.
either or? Okay. What was a TV show or movie that everybody hated but you liked? Jeremy, you want to go first?
I am not gonna go first because I have so many options in my head right now, and I'm trying to process them.
Jeremy likes a lot of trash.
Just pick one.
No,
Jeremy
I
likes a
want-
lot of trash.
Eric, why don't you go first? I want to know what yours is.
All
Nah,
right.
I'm waiting to see what everybody
No
else
answer
says.
fast.
Fine. I'll pick
Wait.
one.
I'll go
Uh,
first.
All right. You go first.
You go first.
No, if you want to go first, go ahead. I just.
I have
I,
a feeling Brandon's
I don't know where people, are on this as far as like from we discussed it. Like we kind of jumped around it earlier. I mentioned it here. So one of the TV shows I actually liked, but I never got to finish it though. But I did
I
like
know
it.
what you're gonna say.
You don't
I
So-
kind of have an idea.
Arrow. A lot of people didn't like Arrow.
Yo, you're gonna get so flamed.
I don't care. That's the topic
That's
of the
the
day.
point.
That's the whole point. People to this day, like, they're like, oh, like Arrow's bad, bro. Arrow did its corny moments. Don't get me wrong. Like I was watching a clip of it. I think was it yesterday or like today in the morning. I believe it was last night. Let's just say last night. I was on Twitter and a clip of Arrow came on. My Twitter is literally just like superheroes and like Kira and like Corn and all these like people just like talking shit. That's pretty much my feed is. So somebody said like, oh, like like a lot of people hated on this, and I was like, I saw it, I was like, oh, that's right. I forgot, like I completely forgot about Arrow. Even though I enjoyed it, I got to see like, I think I got up to like the last season before they like finished it. so I stopped. But I enjoyed majority of the show. Like, you know, it was pretty gritty. Like for a CW show, like they kind of made the Green Arrow into like CW's version of Batman. Even though they had Gotham, but you know, you only got to like the ending of Gotham, and then it's just him like as Batman, and that's
This
it.
is
Like,
so so
Is that the end of Gotham for real? I didn't get to finish it.
Yeah, you don't finish anything.
Nah.
Yo, so
Yeah,
yo,
just like I
Campbell,
don't
but
finish in bed, right?
Campbell. So
Okay.
I wanted. That was such a bad joke, Campbell. I want to get back to there. So since you gave us a TV show, let's get a movie from you in a couple when we finish here with TV shows.
Wait, I thought it was either or.
Nah, we'll do both. Come on, boys. This has been a relative podcast, so we could. This is the challenge for.
Damn, then now I have to think. Okay.
oh yeah, bro.
Well, we
Damn.
could do TV shows first. TV shows first.
I don't have. No, I mean, alright, but mine was a movie.
Go.
All right, so
Go,
mine.
do
All right,
movie,
so my
do movie,
so,
do
so
movie.
my movie is Jason X.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
What a shit show.
I love that
What a
movie.
shit show.
Come on, that movie was fun. It was fun, funny, bro. When Jason saw the two baddies, like that kept like insinuating them to come here. He put them like in the sleeping bag, and he beat the other girl with it. And then he slammed her in a tree. Come on, bro, it's funny.
We
Bro,
gotta find this one.
Also, like the robot girlfriend, when she upgraded to fight Jason and she beat him, but then Jason like upgraded again, and Jason then like upgraded, and she's like, oh, I got this. She took out a Kimbo Uzis. I think she walked to him and she was like shooting him, and obviously like nothing happened. So like Jason did some funny shit and she decapitated her head, but like obviously she was a robot, so it wasn't that bad. Come on, bro, and like bro, the ending, bro, the guy, the big buff like guy like put on a suit to fight Jason, only for him to kill himself, or only for Jason to like get back on the ship, and it ends with Jason like still being alive. Bro, come on, bro,
Setting
like,
off his
that's
face.
so fun. Come
That's
on.
the biggest part that it takes place in space.
Yeah, yes, it's a science fiction film. It's a masterpiece.
Hey, bro,
Horror
just
movie
know,
shit.
think about it. Think about it like this. Friday the 13th did it before fucking Fast and the Furious. So
Jason X. I think everybody should watch that movie. Intoxicated or on drugs, like either or. Just watch it and just
Jason
have
X,
fun.
like the.
Jason,
Yeah.
yes, the slasher.
I
Yeah.
like that movie.
Right? It's fun. I like
Right?
it.
That show was fire.
Yeah.
Bro, remember when he came back in that fucking futuristic suit
Exactly.
and he fucking rocked everybody, bro.
Yes.
That motherfucker was catching bodies like a motherfucker.
Yes.
Bro, I love that shit. Bro,
Oh my
too
god.
bad.
It's about as good
Yeah.
as Jason Goes to Manhattan.
Nah, chill. That shit was so. Yo, I'm
I
gonna
like
one-up
that
you
one,
on
too.
That one. I'm a one up you on that one. Leprechaun in the
Oh.
hood, bro. I don't know why everybody hates that movie. I find it so fucking funny.
This is getting crazy.
What
I
do you
didn't
mean?
think it was gonna be this bad.
What do you
I
mean
did
this
not
bad?
think it was gonna be this bad.
I like Leprechaun. I like the Leprechaun.
Jason X is
movie, bro.
incredible. I don't understand.
Doesn't he
Jason-
run
that
out?
movie
Doesn't he
was-
run out of a girl's house because she was trying to like smash him?
Are you talking to me or
That's just-
Jeremy?
No, in Leprechaun, doesn't
Oh.
he try to? Doesn't some girl try to mack at him, or some guy tries to mack at him and he runs away?
From the hood, from that movie.
One of them, because there's a couple. There's 3 Leprechaun in the hoods.
Hell no, there's the first one and then there's Back to the Hood.
Which one are you
Yeah,
talking
which
about?
is- I'm talking about the first one with.
Oh, the classic,
with
the classic.
Dude, bro.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I watched it, but I remember how corny it was, bro. Like they had these 3 dudes trying to be like famous and trying to be like rappers and stuff, but the shit that they were rapping, like it was so cringe, bro. It was so cringe, and then it was so like I think the budget on that movie was so awful, bro. Like
It's like $13
it
and a bus pass.
yeah, for a piece of gum that's chewed and a used napkin
And a
from-
clap up.
from McDonald's and a cup that's halfway full and the ice is all the way melted, bro.
That's
That
all.
was the budget for the movie,
Some books.
bro. And you know how Leprechaun is. That guy's he's just funny, but in that movie, like he was just so corny and so like I don't know. I don't even know how to explain. And don't even get me started on the space one, bro. That space one was so. Great.
Leprechaun X.
No,
But you
I'm
liked it though?
No, I'm talking about what I. I'm talking about my thing now.
But
No,
you liked
what do you mean? I mean, I thought they were funny, but it was just so corny, bro. Like,
That's the difference. It's like I think
Everybody
Jason
that-
X is good.
nah, Jason X is fire though.
Right.
All right, so
There?
Your turn. It's your turn now, Eric. I
Mine-
want to hear it. Let's hear it.
so mine is a classic.
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's hear it.
I'm very into slasher campy movies.
Okay.
Mine has to be I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I like that
People-
one. I like
People
that one.
hate that
Oh
movie.
my
I
god.
I thought
like
they
that.
hated the second.
Fucking.
It's alright. It's
There's
alright.
I Know What You Did Last Summer, and then.
And I Know
there's
What You
another-
Did Last Summer too.
Yeah, Summer 2, and then there's I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer.
Isn't the first one like? Isn't the first one like?
No, the first one was good.
No.
The third one was the one that was.
Alright, but which one was the one where like? I think the girl was like acting on a stage or something, or yeah, she was like acting on a stage,
That's the
and like,
first one.
that's the first one. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody-
It's
Yeah.
It's between that movie. There's three, and they're all in the same genre. That movie, Cabin in the Woods.
I
Remember
love
Cabin?
No, Cabin in the Woods was like no, but people actually liked Cabin in the Woods.
Okay, so I'll take that one off. It's that one, or there's a Wes Craven movie that a lot of people don't know about that it came out in 2004. It's
Scream.
about a werewolf that lives in LA. It's called Cursed.
Oh.
It's with the guy that plays Mark Zuckerberg in the Facebook movie.
Oh, okay.
Eisenberg.
Eisenberg, yeah. Jesse
Jesse
Eisenberg.
Eisenberg.
He plays a werewolf, and that's one of my favorite movies. I'll start off with one that's a TV show because I know a lot of people. I know it was popular in its time, but as it got older, people thought it was really corny. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer was one of my favorite like TV shows of all time, but people hate it now.
You want to know why why Eric likes it?
Why?
You want to explain to them? I know why.
I have no idea. No.
I don't want to explain.
Eric has a crush.
Ooh, you have a crush on who?
E?
Buffy?
that.
She'll stomp on you.
Hey,
I'm,
look, I have to be respectful. She's married to the GOAT, Freddie Prinze Jr.
Shout out to Freddie Prinze. He's the one that gave Jeff Hardy the title.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go back to like what Eric was saying because I already have my TV show. Because I had to think about it for a minute. I didn't really think about it until like now. A lot of people hate, and still to this day, it's an anime. But I love Dragon Ball GT, bro.
Oh, that's a good choice.
I love Dragon Ball GT, bro. A lot of people hate on it.
Yeah,
They were
everybody
like-
tells me to not watch it. Even you told me not to even. Well, not was it you?
Hey,
You
Dragon
told me.
Ball.
You told me not to watch Dragon Ball. No, it was Mello that told me not to watch GT. He's like, yo, skip all that. It makes like,
Alright.
it has nothing to do with anything.
But
Yeah,
it's also the same person that said this. After the first 90 episodes of One Piece, it gets good.
Yeah, that's true. Yo, but let me ask you, is GT like
It's not canon.
It's not, I know it's not. Oh, okay. I thought it was like a. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it.
Like after Z.
Yeah, no, not after. That's before Z or after.
No, it's after Z. This
Oh,
one is
okay.
if you want to get into it now, it would technically, like if it was canon, it would technically take place after, I guess, Super, but not even. But it's just not canon. Like it was like approved by Akira Toriyama to use his characters, but it wasn't written by him. It was written by.
Got you.
Yeah, they only had 64 episodes. I loved it. I loved the show. I thought the show was good. You know, I don't know why people hate on it. They hate on it for like all like dumb reasons, like for dialogue. Like I was watching, saw a clip of it this morning actually. It was of the sub versus the dub, and I can see where people like were talking shit about it, but like me, like I saw it as a kid, and like if I were to watch it now, I'll probably still enjoy it. I love Super Saiyan 4 Goku. The whole Super Saiyan 4 concept was great. The whole the dragons, I thought it was great too. Like the Omega Shenron arc, all that stuff. I don't know. I loved it personally, but that's just me. You know,
That's a solid pick. What about you, Marco?
I don't know. I don't really.
Riverdale.
That's the
Did you
thing is
say?
like
Did you
like
say Riverdale?
I have to. It has to be a show that I really like, and
I
I
was
don't
gonna
know.
say that.
And I've only seen the first season of Riverdale, so I
I
can't
got
really.
to like, and then
Dude, I
quit.
literally, yo, Brandon, you know what's crazy? I was literally gonna say that, bro. Yo, it was good though. Like the first season was pretty good.
Riverdale
first-
was super popular the first season.
The
The
first
first,
Yeah, so I can't say that
maybe
because
two,
people like that one.
and then like by season 7, like this bitch got powers and shit. She's like
Oh.
I don't.
some crazy
I
shit. Like
quit.
I don't know. It got so supernatural. I didn't like it.
Like, I'm, well, Margot, do you know who or like what show?
No, I don't. That caught me by surprise because I thought we were talking either or, so I just picked the movie. So
Mine's
now
gonna
like
be hot take.
not like me trying to pick a show. I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know if that's the thing. I don't watch as many shows as I watch movies, so it's not it's a lot harder. Like the scope is a lot smaller, so I can't really like choose one. Especially now when I was caught off guard. So yeah, I gotta skip, unfortunately.
Mine is gonna be a little bit of a hot take
All right, let's see it. Let's hear it.
because, yo, Eric, before you go, I already know how your face is. It's because first of all, a lot of people surprisingly have not watched it. Like, there's people I've watched it, but like, if I ask somebody, they'll be like, "Nah, I haven't really watched it. Like, I watched One Piece or Naruto."
Yep.
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna say it, bro.
You're an
Bleach, baby.
idiot. You're
Yeah,
so
bro.
stupid.
I don't hear
You're
people.
so
Yo, I don't hear. I
You're
love
so
it, bro. I
stupid.
don't.
You're
Bro,
so
there's so
stupid.
many people
You're
that
so
I don't.
dumb. You're so dumb. You're so dumb.
Yo, you see how
could
this guy
you
has
say
to
that?
treat me, bro? I don't, bro. The
How
only
could you
person
say
that
that?
I know, the only no, stop it. The only person that I know that
Right.
watches Bleach religiously is you,
Yes.
bro. I don't know anybody. I've talked,
Yes.
bro. I've met so many people that told me, yo, I just don't like it. Like,
Yeah,
it's
because
slow.
you're just like the rest of the community. The rest of the community just started watching it 2 days ago. They don't know. They're not cultured.
I know they're
Bleach.
not
There was
cultured.
a point where Bleach was outselling Naruto and One Piece. So nobody's gonna tell me that it's underrated or people hate to hate it.
I'm
You
not,
want to talk
I'm
about?
not saying underrated. I say that from my experience, and I've talked to people, and people have told me that they haven't watched it or they don't like it. I've had people tell me that. I've had a lot of people tell me that. I've had a lot of people tell me, oh, I prefer watching fucking One Piece or Naruto. I had somebody tell me they'd rather watch Boku no Pico over fucking Bleach,
Yo, nah, chill. Are you
Yeah,
serious?
whoever
bro.
said
Like,
that,
I'm
bro,
so serious,
No.
bro. Like, I'm so serious, bro. And he said it with the
It's
most
because-
straightest face on the planet, bro.
It's because all these little anime kids nowadays think they know everything about anime, and they really don't, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Half these people haven't even watched half of the good stuff out there, and it pisses me off. We got people like our friend Mello who likes to watch. Oh, that time I got reincarnated as a washing sponge, and then he says Bleach is bad. I'm not gonna listen to somebody like that. He's the same person that I walked into his crib and he was watching hentai, Crunchyroll. Oh, I'm the bad guy here. I'm the bad guy here.
no exposed man either.
I'm the bad guy. It wasn't hentai. It was an
It
actual
was-
anime, but it looked like hentai. he
What
would've
was the
cared.
anime?
Oh, you want to watch it now, huh?
No, I just saying like I want to give people context about because you said hentai, so I was like, oh,
Yeah, Jeremy watched it. It's called High School DxD.
that's it. Okay.
Wow.
See, he's watching it right now.
No, I just.
All right, so you're saying Bleach?
I'm saying Bleach just because I've met a lot of people that either haven't watched it or they don't like it, and they
Okay.
prefer watching that. Yo, Eric, you can say whatever you want, but I've met a lot of people like that prefer to watch that fucking garbage ass One Piece mid piece, bro, or Naruto or other shows other than Bleach. I've met a lot of people that have not watched Bleach, or they just didn't like it because either the story was slow at the beginning or whatever. However, whatever reason they want to say, but that's just my opinion, Eric. You're gonna
Yeah.
be disrespectful to me?
No, yeah.
Not today. It's not. It is what it is. You're upset. You're visibly upset. I can tell. It's a hot take. That's why. That's why I said it in the first place. I just want people to appreciate it more, and people are gonna appreciate it more, especially after next week when when part 2 comes out. It's gonna be a movie. But that's just my opinion. I was thinking about. I had sat on it because I'm like, damn, what show do I like? That a lot of people either don't like or haven't seen. And a lot of people haven't. You'd be surprised. A lot like people that I've talked to, they have not seen Bleach or barely seen it.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, that was a good one, man.
I wish I could say One Piece,
you're
but
huge.
everybody loves one. Everybody that's seen One Piece likes
Oh,
it.
nobody likes that garbage.
Yo, we already got into that week, bro.
I know,
We're not-
bro, but that shit's a 2-pack of ass, bro.
That's why you haven't seen it.
You're so original, Marco.
You can get to like episode 400 for it to be somewhat entertaining, bro.
You like so many unique things, Marco.
But yeah, no, this is it pretty much. This is all we had to talk about. I think it was a pretty slow. I think it was a pretty slow week, but I think we did the most of it. I did like the topic. Eric was the one who picked it out. Am I correct on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So he's on the verge. Fine. Bro, Eric, it's okay, bro.
I'm not crying. I'm just disgusted.
I know. You're crying because of how disgusted you are. But it's
Um,
okay, Eric. Fine.
you guys can follow me on my social medias at DCS Marble, any of them. Well, typically TikTok and Twitter. And you can also follow me on YouTube. You can subscribe to me there. But yeah, this is me signing
That one-
out. Yeah. When it comes to YouTube, just simply click on Marble, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, this is me signing out.
You can find me on YouTube as well under the name of the Puerto Reaper. I'm working on a couple things behind the scenes, so please subscribe to that. That we're not just a podcast, we're a full-on channel, so we have a couple things going on. All of us have the name DCS in our bio, and that stands for Dreams Create Success. So that's something that determination creates success. I mean, so that's something that
Right.
Bro, you gotta tell him what the real one is, bro.
nah.
It's
bought
called
that.
definitely chasing that sack.
Nah.
Definitely chasing the sack.
But yeah, boys, this is the Puerto Reaper signing off.
Oh my god.
Your turn.
Guys. Well, this is Bamo signing out. You know, like Marco said, and like Eric said, you know, follow them both on YouTube, Marble and Puerto Reaper. Yeah, we're definitely cooking some things up for you guys. Hopefully, you know, we get to discuss some things with you guys. You know, if you guys have any like comments or concerns, get right in the comments. We'll definitely interact with all that stuff. But yeah, you know, very excited for upcoming news. Very excited for the Barbie movie coming out. You know, and
Yeah.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Maybe sure, Jeremy.
Huh?
You just said sure. Why?
I think he actually meant it. It's just the way he said it.
Yeah, sounded very weird. But yeah, this is Bamble signing out. You know, just we have stuff cooking up for you guys.
And we also want to give the people who have watched our videos, our podcast, a big thank you. Without your support, we wouldn't be doing this. Even though like we're still up and coming and we're small and we're gonna get bigger as the weeks go by. And by the time we get all this content out that we're planning on doing and that we are cooking up in the kitchen, we're gonna be welcome to have even more people to join our journey. So we really appreciate you guys for all the support and all the love. So this is Big Germ signing out as well. Everybody's signing. Where did Brandon go?
Hold up.
He's still there.
Hey, you're fat. You're supposed to be at the end of the video, kid.
Somebody call.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. We're signing out. Goodbye, everybody.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next episode.